So, explosive set incoming. Ikan's going to have to work really, really hard to get in on Peabnut because it's Peabnut.
Yeah.
So, let's take a look at how he's able to secure that situation.
Peabnut has good Ryu experience, had recently played against Ashimo, and the big story of the PS2 stage in this matchup.
Surdang just zeroed that Spargo.
Oh my God. Guys, both streams, please. Both streams.
I just can't, man. Surdang is on the up, and speaking of on the up, Ikan is there too. Ikan making some pretty cool decisions here, like trying to really get his head around what exactly Peabnut's gonna do. Peabnut, you know, really doing his best to take control of this stage here. We're gonna see exactly what's gonna happen. Here comes that Shoryuken, or not the Shoryuken, rather the Hadouken.
Peabnut reversing, that's the issue. So the big problem with this stage and the story of the stage is that it's so long.
Yes.
Peabnut can use the superior physics that Mega Man has to use the entire length of the stage. Ikan has to isolate one half of the stage or go for a sick tech chase.
Or just call out the roll away and just kill him straight up, and there's no questions asked anymore. And now Ikan, like I said, Ikan gets to be the shield, and Surdang just took another stock off of Spargo. And now it's 3-1. I can't, man.
Guys, both streams, please.
I gotta stop talking about the other set because we're gonna miss the amazing things happening between Ikan and Peabnut. At this moment, Ikan is still up. Ikan, like I said before, he gets to be the shield now. This route could be a lot of damage on Peabnut now.
Really solid approach. I love this. So Ikan needs to isolate one half of the stage, right?
Yes.
That's what you have to play around, is like this is a single platform stage that is shorter because then you get to use your scramble tools, and Peabnut does not have the best out-of-shield options to deal with Ryu. So I love this waiting, holding center stage, and not making this a full stage for Peabnut to run around on.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Peab, I'm a little bit concerned because kind of watching the way Peabnut's playing, and this is Peabnut we're talking about, so he's a big adaptation guy, but watching the way he's playing, he almost looks like he's kind of setting up the wall and saying, I'm very comfortable with this situation. And the whole room is popping off over Surdang taking game 1 over Spargo. Wow. Anyways, yeah, like you said, he got to isolate the situation, really take control of the one side of the stage that he wants, and Peabnut gets to put up the wall, right? So when Ikan has to, wow, are you kidding me?
He made it back. He made it back.
I can't believe it.
That's
they're both,
close.
Like, they're prepared for everything. You cannot count any of them out ever. They're always prepared for anything that can come their way. Like, who expects drag down Leaf Shield off the wall? Ikan did. He's ready for it. It's absolutely bonkers.
But Peabnut has closed quite a bit of a gap here. The stock lead has been broken. The percentage lead has been reversed. And Ikan now, small onus to approach. And that's a good one right there.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Wow. You missed the tech. You're definitely eating a death.
Both of these stocks have been, both of Peabnut stocks have been back air, and both of Ikan stocks have been tech chases. And to be honest, I mean, the room is coming alive. These two sets back to back to back is some of the most amazing things to happen to Normal Illinois. This specific room right now is probably the most hyped Normal Illinois will ever be.
Okay, Ikan gets swatted out. Peabnut, small deficit, not too forced to approach. Timer's looking fine here. Yeah. Ikan spending some good time approaching with shield, staying underneath Peabnut when you can, but otherwise using the length of the stage to your advantage because you have a percentage lead.
Yes.
You don't have to approach.
Absolutely not. Ikan gets to set up the house in the middle of the stage and say, this is my house, I get to stay here, I'm gonna start a family, I'm gonna have kids, I'm gonna get up ahead, we're gonna set up this family house. But now Peabnut took over the house, and unfortunately the percent cap is dead even by 0.1%.
Oh,
but the ledge trump back air. Peab was down almost that entire game. The entire game, Peabnut was down just a smidgen the whole time. And Peabnut, all Peabnut needs is one good attempt here. And Surdang is now up 2-0 on Spargo. I can't believe it.
You can hear behind us, the venue is raucous. You guys need to make it out to Norma, Illinois. This region right now is pulling the best sets in the world.
Yeah, and at this moment, at this time, right now, this is the best Smash Bros. Happening in the world. At this time, right now, this is the best Smash Bros. Happening in the world. Right in front of us and right in front of our faces. We have Ikan Peabnut, game 2. Peabnut is able to take that here. My question to you is, how exactly are we going to see the adaptations from Ikan?
It starts with a smaller stage for sure. You have to close way less of a gap. Peabnut can't nickel and dime as easily his way back in with percentage because those pellets do stack up. They do chip away at Ikan's minor leads and allow Peabnut to get back into the game. But you have way less room to chase down. Makes it so much easier for Ikan to approach and get shield pressure.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the Leaf Shield is putting in so much work, even though Peabnut is down a whole, like, 60, 70%. It doesn't really matter. He gets to play his game, set up his projectiles, be in a position where he's able to play it, and it's just so strong for him.
Oh, going deep off stage. Ikan recovers high, gets back to center of the roll, though, caught out by the Leaf Shield, back on the back foot.
That was such a smart projectile from Ikan, doing the fast, specifically the fast one of that Hadouken. So, I mean, Ikan is such a, like you said, a student of the game, able to think about all these situations, really thinking deeply, deeply about the situations he's in, trying to find the spot where he's going to get out. The combos from Peabnut, that was amazing.
Up tilt, chasing down, so good. Ikan needs to close out the stock soon. Back air can be a good tool if Peabnut keeps jumping, but the short hop, the distance that you travel vertically with the short hop makes it kind of uncomfortable for Ikan to look for a rising back air like that.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, the way Peabnut is moving on the stage is just phenomenal. The way he's playing, it looks like he's playing Falco right now with these lemons.
These one pellets.
Yeah, these one pellet. He's gonna send it out there, do a little bit, dink, dink, dink. And so, I mean, Peabnut, like you said, now the shoe's on the other foot. Instead of Ikan sitting in the middle, now Peabnut is up for once. And to be honest, I can't see a universe where Ikan gets in on this. Like, what do you do? This is why he's number 10 in the world, at least top 10 in the world.
Shoto players, though, I mean, like, they like to play tempo so much, and Peabnut is mixing up the tempo nonstop with 1 pellets versus 3 pellets versus 2 pellets. It makes it so difficult for Ikan to close that gap. Peabnut continuing this lead with a full stock, and Ikan finally found an out-of-shield option to take Peabnut down.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just the craziest things I always see because, oh man,
yuck.
It's the craziest things you see. You always see like players who are very intent on playing a certain way, but one of the ways to beat them is to change up your tempo. A lot of the time, if you wait, and let them sit in the corner for a little bit, the next time you try to go in, if you burst in with all your might, you might hit them because they weren't expecting that situation.
Okay. Ikan approaching with Nair, gets swatted out again. You do not trade favorably with that move. Unfortunately, the Metal Blade in hand. Can't follow up. Good roll in from Ikan. Okay, nice little juggle, but you couldn't get the double hits of the up airs. Just getting the single hits means it's way harder to follow DI.
And I wonder if maybe that was due to the Peabnut SDI, or maybe it was something to do with Mega Man, or maybe it was just Ikan not hitting the exact right hitbox that he wanted. But now he's got Peabnut in the choke situation, but Peabnut just drops to the platform. Ikan's on his last stock.
Last stock, a high percent, definitely kill percentage here. That back
is scary.
Oh, that's crazy.
I've never, ever in my life have I seen that move kill before.
Ryu edge guarding, baby.
Ever.
Wow, that was crazy. A deep Shaku.
Getting back, using the invincibility to get away from that. Peabnut kind of standing there. He just got ticked in the head. I mean, sure. He got, well, I'm all right. I guess I'll take that.
4%, whatever.
Sure, why not? Yeah, man. Mega Man does not care, to be honest.
Okay, Ikan's finding a good percentage here. Peabnut panicking a little bit. That's 2 up tilts in a row. That's bang! That's a donkey kick.
Okay.
You're gone.
Okay. And I mean, it is such an intense set because it's like if you're like the camper, it's the tortoise and the hare. The hare is going to keep running around and running around, but slow and steady, Ikan gets his. And every once in a while, when he gets his, Peabnut dies.
That was a crazy sequence of advantage state. And Peabnut picking 2 panic options, Ikan punishes it in full. That's 2 options. Peabnut doesn't usually panic. Peabnut is usually cool, calm, collected, centered. But Ikan really locked in.
Yes. Ikan taking full advantage of the panic here. And speaking of panic,
guys, you can hear the crowd behind us. There's another set happening on UGS Gaming.
The room is on fire right now. Serdake is about to take one last stock off of Spargo to win the set right now, but back to this, it's a 1-1 set. This could really go either way. I'm seeing so much strength from both players, and it's such an amazing piece of gameplay from both sides.
Ikan, again, leaving PS2 open I think is okay, but Peabnut gets his full length of the stage again to run away, and Ikan has to close the gap. It wasn't too big of a problem on small battlefield, and all it is a little extra distance for Ikan to cover. Peabnut playing the full distance, though. The leaf shields, the pellets, backing up, dancing around these platforms. Ikan just cannot find the approach.
Yeah, and I mean, Ikan, especially when he gets stuck with that, like, attached bomb on him, it's so hard to play around it. And Peabnut hits that Shoryuken of his own against the Street Fighter character. He has his own. He said, no, I'm no slouch.
Oh my goodness.
That is crazy.
A lot of action happening on both
streams. You have to tune into UGS1. Please watch both streams. I'm begging you. There is the best Smash Bros. In the world happening on the stream. Spargo Serdank is Game 5 right now. You have to watch both streams, but do not take your eyes off of Ikan, because if you blink in the wrong second, Peabnut could die.
That's true. Down tilt Shoryu, jab, P-jab, Shoryu. Plenty of good options if Ikan can get close, but Peabnut swats at the perfect time. Makes it uncomfortable. The up air, disadvantage for Peabnut. How do you land? Leaf Shield is safe enough, and you have all of this length of the stage.
Absolutely.
Ikan can't even chase it.
Yeah. Oh, Ikan doing a really good job. He's kind of setting himself in a position where, you know, Ikan goes in, pushes in, and says, okay, Peabnut, what are you going to do about me applying pressure to you? And Peabnut says, I'm going to do this or that or the other thing. And Ikan says, okay, I'm writing that down. And I can imagine both these players, it's almost like they're sitting at the stage, but in their heads, they're playing a chess match against each other. And even deeper in the chess match, they're playing another chess match with their notebooks in their hands. They're writing down all these options, taking all these notes, and thinking about all the situations that could happen here. They are playing so smart. Both these players are fantastic.
Shark with the up air. Metal Blade avoidance. Focus, punch. Jump away. The back air barely misses off the spot dodge. You can't punish that Leaf Shield. There's just too much space. There is too much space to punish Leaf Shield. And Peabnut, I cannot stress enough how difficult it can be for Ikan to close the gap. But if you can start an advantage state, if you can force a tech, if you can force Peabnut in the air, you have options. Okay?
Absolutely. I mean, it's just so scary for both players because, like you said, both players have a Shoryuken. It's one of those situations where you have to be smart about it. And it is last stock. Serdank's up 3-1 against Spargo, but not to take away from Peabnut. Up
You looked
smashing
away.
Ikan.
You looked
I
away
know,
for
I
a
looked away for
second.
the wrong second, and now Ikan's dead. And suddenly, it's last stock for Ikan in this set, in this game here, rather.
Okay.
And the room is chanting one more stock for the other game happening. I'm begging you to pull up both screens right now.
Okay, Ikan finding an advantage here.
You
got to close the gap. Now you're holding center, but you don't want to give up too much space. The Leaf Shield trying to force Peabnut's pressure back in, and the pellets trade. Ikan once again on the back foot.
Right. I mean, it's just such a hard situation. If you're Ikan, you have to find a way in on Peabnut, and Peabnut really doesn't want you to get in, to be honest. He says, I would rather keep you as far away from me as possible, poke you with pellet, poke you with side B, poke you with the Leaf Shield throw. It's just so hard to get in against it.
Crash Bomber on Ikan. That's a lot of shield pressure. Peabnut following with the Leaf Shield. Good, safe option. And Ikan does make it back off of that one.
And that is an amazing win for Serdank to beat Spargo there off of a bit more of a tragic end, but coming back to the set, Ikan now down on his last stock. You can hear it through the microphone. They're chanting Serdank. And unfortunately, Spargo just has to kind of sit there and take it. But to be honest, you know what I'm more impressed with than the shouting and the cheering and the Serdank win and all that? I'm more impressed with Ikan and Peabnut remaining cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, we got another Midwest versus Invader matchup in front of our screens right now.
I
Ikan
mean,
95% on the back foot. Truly, again, approaching Peabnut is so difficult.
Uh-oh. Surely not.
No, this is it.
No
Oh, but
way.
he falls out of the second hit.
That is
it's
so
the second hit
sad.
of the up air connects. It's a Shoryu.
Absolutely is a Shoryu. Or maybe like a Tatsumaki of some kind, some way to kill him. And unfortunately, that's just it. That's so sad. Ikan had such a good spot there for that situation. It is so hard for them to do that. I mean, Peabnut keeps finding these amazing things. You give Peabnut an inch, he takes a mile.
He really does.
It's
And he takes a mile and he continues to drive the car away.
Yeah,
like, you can't even catch up to this dude.
No, I mean, the thing that I find one of the most impressive things about Peabnut specifically to me has always been his discipline. Most players, you know, a lot of players, when they go up 3-1, they think, wow, I'm up 3-1. I can kind of relax a little bit. Peabnut does not care. Peabnut always knows I can lose these at any point, especially with who I'm playing. I'm playing against a Shoto. I can always lose these. So Peabnut is always conditioned and always thinking, man, I have to keep my cool.
59% on Peabnut. Good opening for Ikan. Going to the smaller stage means that it is easier for you to punish when Peabnut goes for something unsafe. Can't quite take the stock there at 17% though. That's a big deficit.
Shades of last game, he kind of wanted exactly what he was going for last game, and unfortunately couldn't find. He got his revenge. He said, well, no, I got to hit my combo still. Hold on. So it's just one of those situations. He is really taking his time here, throwing out these Leaf Shields, really paying attention to the situation here. I'm seeing a lot of awesome play out here coming from these two players. I'm seeing Ryu moving around the stage middle, doing awesome stuff, making it happen. Peabnut, unfortunately, not going to die to that up tilt there. That backer, not going to secure it either. Peabnut's this is an amazing play here. Peabnut's slowly crawling it back. Somehow Peabnut's not dead yet.
It's just little bits of damage and not being able to find that early Shoryu confirm. And now Peabnut's racked a whole 70% onto himself, and Ikan still can't find the stock.
Yeah. Peabnut, how are you going to kill this Shoto? How are you going to kill Ryu here? How are we going to take this stock? That was...
He doesn't really need to.
Yeah,
you know, he can just continue to pellet. Eventually, he will have the percentage advantage, and it's been closed. The gap is gone.
Yeah.
There's no gap.
Something that I've always heard, from individuals, if you're playing a character like, let's say, even Peabnut here, right? If you keep faring at him in the corner, eventually, maybe one of them will hit. Or eventually, at a high enough percent, fair will just kill outright. It doesn't really matter at this point. I've seen people get to 300%, and they're going to eventually get hit by the most random move and die, right? So, I mean, you just really can't, I can't say anything anymore because it will just happen. I will will it into existence with that.
They were looking at the watch on that one. That was,
I mean,
well timed.
I'm like the rabbit holding the clock saying, Ikan, it's your time. It's time to go away. You're going to hit by the random F smash just at some point. The footstool. Man,
Okay.
Peabnut is doing such a great job with these leaf shields. He's really using them and kind of like a space filler. He's saying, well, I'm gonna put the leaf shield here. Let me get in their space, play a little bit of neutral. While I'm playing neutral, there's a leaf shield here and it's tick, 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 tick. And so I mean, Ikan has to really think about that situation and play around it that way.
Yeah, it just provides
Wow.
coverage. But man, the back air, Ryu back here is so strong. But 179%, you had to find a Lucy to kill Peabnut. There was nothing else that you were going to find, but all that intro that you got to the game, this huge advantage you started with is gone.
Yeah.
It's got to be demoralizing.
It's so scary here. I mean, you have to be so careful. I mean, just looking at the situation, if you're Ikan, I'm shaking in my boots right now. I cannot fathom how steel Ikan's will is to be able to handle a situation, think critically about all the things that are happening, be logical about it, and not be affected by your emotions at all. Using the focus to get through the fair there, that was so smart. Many players will be shaken in that spot and just scared to do anything like aggressive like that. Because Ikan, not one of those people.
Ikan, a very patient player,
Wow.
willing to wait it out, but Peabnut does not let you stand still.
No. Peabnut's one of those people, he kind of functions like an immovable object in many ways. He really like movable object and an unstoppable force in the same way. He's kind of the middle ground. He sets up the wall and is really impossible to catch, but unfortunately, not quite.
There's a good drift back off of the up air from Ikan to connect this time, knowing where Peabnut usually SDIs around those up airs.
Yeah, and like I said, he's got the notebook in his head of the chess match, of the game that's happening right now, and he's writing it down. Okay, last time I did this, Peabnut SDI this direction when I was in this side of the stage. Okay, who's going to keep that in their head? There's so many things that you have to juggle and keep in track of, and Ikan is all on top of it. Unfortunately, he's still down to stock because Peabnut's on top of it, Peabnut's on top of it, just a little bit more.
So hard for Shaku to provide any value. That's why we haven't seen Ikan throw it out too much. Peabnut can just maneuver around it or even break through, but the up airs chaining, how do you land?
This is so scary.
You can't get down on the ground. Where are your feet?
Unfortunately, I think your back air is going to come out here, and that's going to be the game.
Yep, no recovery there. And Peabnut takes it in 3-1 fashion.
3-1 fashion. Peabnut versus Ikan. An amazing set. Like you said, students of the game. Really, like, studious players